channel. I'm very excited to be doing this tag today. It's basically 8 questions asking you about your favorite eyeshadow palettes, and I am even more excited to do this tag today because it is a collaboration with Megan Moore from The Beauty Snoop. She is an amazing beauty blogger, and she was also a Allure Beauty Blogger Awards finalist this year with me. That is how I met Megan. She was really sweet. She has some great tips. More importantly, she cut her own hair. She colored and cut her own hair. She gave herself a makeover in her bathroom in the middle of the night by herself with hair. Like, that is just talent. So if you haven't checked out her blog or her channel or her challenges on Allure, I am linking everything in the description box below, so make sure you go over there and see what her tag is like and all that good stuff, and I'm gonna get right into it. Michelle Phan's makeup collection M, and the reason I say it's the best packaging is because it reminds me a lot of Apple. I'm a huge fan of Apple products because of the fact that it's just sleek, to the point, and you know what you're getting, and it's really about branding yourself. And Michelle does an amazing job with M because it just reminds me of that sleek. It's clean, it's sleek, you know what you're getting immediately, and it's just really smart. Ooh. And I mean, it's just a gorgeous packaging. So my favorite part though is that you can remove everything and build your own palette or take it with you. So she thought of everything really, because she even gives you this little tool to help you get the colors out. They're magnetized. So it's amazing. I love this little tool. A lot of products will have like buildable palettes and stuff like that, like Inglot. But Inglot palettes, good luck trying to remove one of your pigments, because I have like slammed it, I've tried to get it off. It is impossible to remove one of those damn things. But this has a handy little tool and a little space for you to stick the tool into to remove it. So it is really well thought out. It is a very ingenious package, and she really did think about it, and that's what I love so much about it. Plus she has the little travel companion that goes with her light palettes. NUDEtude from the Balm. This is just so beautifully pigmented and rich, and the color payoff is amazing. Like, you barely have to touch it and you get such a beautiful buttery, creamy payoff with the pigments. It's just like, I barely am touching it, and this is what it looks like. The texture of the pigmentation is so rich. It's like a little goes a long way, and you can definitely just blend it out. It's so easy to blend. I love how it looks, and this is one of my favorite palettes. A great everyday to natural evening look, because it has lots of light shimmery colors as well as dark shimmery colors. They have a matte black, but most of the colors are very much shimmery, so I'm not sure it's like the greatest everyday look if you're going for more of a natural school thing. To my LORAC Pro palette, and this is just such a beautiful palette that every makeup lover should get, and if you don't get any palettes except for one, this is something that I would suggest you get, because you can create so many looks, so many everyday looks, so many evening looks, so many going out looks, you name it, you can pretty much create it with this palette for the average everyday gal on the go, and it's just so beautiful. If you're even less of a like changing it up, you can definitely get the LORAC Pro to Go palette. So this is actually what a lot of makeup artists have on set as well. If you see my thumbnails or my headshots, this is what the makeup artists use to create my look, and I've been on commercial shoots. I've had this used on me multiple times. So you've got a lot of mattes on the top row, and then you've got a set of shimmery neutrals on the bottom row. So again, it's very versatile because it has matte and shimmer, and it has lots of neutral tones and darker tones. So you really can do so much with this, and it is like the best bang for your buck if you are just, you know, if you're looking for an all-in-one palette, this is the one, and it's great for any skin tone, any type of makeup lover. I just love it, and it has a giant mirror, which is great. I'm sure everybody knows about this, and I'm sure everybody says this one, but for best for travel, Naked Basics. And the reason I picked this one is you also have your brow shades in here. So if you have an angled brush, you don't need to bring a separate product for your brows. Most folks can go between NUDEtude and Faint to create the perfect brow color for your eyebrows. And it's just a great natural palette with amazing matte shades. You can't go wrong with this palette. If you're a beginner to an advanced, you really can just do so much. And having Crave, which is this darker shade, you can really use it as a liner, wet your brush, create a liquid line look, or you can use Faint for an everyday look, and if you wet your brush, it'll make it a little bit darker, or do a combination of Faint and Crave to create like a smoky brownish look. This is like my go-to audition palette for auditions for acting. It's just, you can't go wrong with this, and it's so compact. Like seriously, like this fits in, this is smaller than my phone. Like, talk about easy travel situation. Have to be the Urban Decay Wizard of Oz, or the Great and Powerful Oz palette, and the reason is because I kind of hated the movie. But I hate the movie and I don't use the palette because I hate the movie. I know that seems silly. The shadows are actually really pretty. I really like this dark brown because it is a beautiful outer V and liner shade. I love the browns. I'm not a big fan of the greens or the shimmery gold and black. I kind of think they're like, whatever. They're just not my typical Urban Decay color payoff or pigmentation that I like. But I do like the other 4 shades. However, because I hate the movie, I kind of hate this packaging, and I just never use it, especially since all of these browns, even though they're pretty, I have other palettes that I reach for more often. So this is kind of my biggest regret, because at $56, it was kind of a waste of money. To be Urban Decay's Electrics palette, and this is just a beautiful, beautiful palette of such beautiful pigmentation. I did a kind of festival bright color rainbow eye tutorial on my channel, so I'll try and remember to link it below in the description box. Names are really fun. So you've got Revolt, which is this shimmery shade, Gonzo, this bright blue, Slow Burn, which is like this orangey red fire color, Savage, my favorite, which is this just bright, bright fuchsia shade that you rarely find, or if you find it, it's never going to be as pigmented as this. And Fringe, which I'm actually wearing on my lower lash line today. And then we've got Chaos, which is this beautiful cobalt blue shade. We've got Jilted, which is like a shimmery purple. And Urban, which is this deep, deep purple, really beautiful shade. Freak, which is this this green, and Thrash, which is just, you wouldn't think this would ever look good, but I really liked it when I used it in my summer festival colorful look. But this is just, I just love the names because they're really creative, and I love that like Gonzo reminds me of Gonzo from the Muppets. It's just, it's really, and Slow Burn, like, oh, I just love that. I love this. I love it. It just makes me happy when I see these beautiful colors too. So the names, the colors, the palette, everything's just so fun and festive about it. To be the Cargo Let's Meet in Paris eye palette. I bought this because I really liked the Cargo pigmentation. For whatever reason, I just don't reach for this palette on it. I don't like the packaging. I forget what's in here a lot of the times, even though I like the pigmentation, and these are great eyeshadows. So, I mean, I like Croissant a lot too because it is this like iridescent, it's unlike any other shade I own, and it's a really, really pretty shade. I just don't wear this for whatever reason. Okay, for most used palettes, I'm stuck between 2. One is my Too Faced Chocolate palette, which I have used to death since I've gotten it. I always reach for it. I'm constantly reaching for it. It's just, you guys have heard me talk about this palette to death. I just love it so much. And it smells so good. I mean, genius to use real cacao powder to make everything smell amazing. And I'll remember, like, I'll wear it and I'll forget I'm wearing it and I'll walk around and I'm like, oh, what's that smell? That smells really good. So I use this a lot ever since I've gotten it, and it's one of my more go-to. It's even more go-to than my Naked palettes, which at this point are just sitting in the drawer. This palette, honestly, if I wasn't trying to show you a bunch of different things, would win most versatile, most used, best packaging, best names because they're chocolate as well. God, this palette would win everything. My next recently most used palette, I've been reaching for this a lot ever since I got this in Vegas for my birthday trip. I have seriously been reaching this like crazy, and it is the Kat Von D Monarch palette. It's not my favorite packaging. In fact, I wouldn't have reached for this if I didn't see it being used. If I didn't see the colors and how pigmented and beautiful they are, I would not have bought this just because the packaging kind of turned me off. I'm just not crazy about the skulls on the butterflies. I'm a little too girly for that. But this has been so used. I've been wearing it pretty much every day since I've gotten this. If I'm going to do a full eye look, I'm wearing it today. I just love it. I've been loving these three shades especially. I love wearing this gold. It's just so pretty. I'm going to swatch it for you. So, so pretty, and it really highlights my eyelid. And this orange, which is so not something I would normally think I love, but I love it. And then I'm going to swatch this dark brown, which you guys, and I'm barely rubbing. I'm seriously barely rubbing, and look how pigmented that is. That is just beautiful. I hope you guys go and check out Megan's blog and her perfect palettes tag, of course, since this is a collaboration. I will have all of her information linked below in the description box, so make sure you go check her out. Tell her I sent you because she's so sweet. You know, she's got some great advice. She's such a genuinely sweet person, so make sure you go over there, check her out, and tell her I sent you. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like these kinds of tag videos, as well as if you like collaborations. Don't forget to leave me a comment below letting me know some of your favorite palettes. If you didn't see them here, let me know, because you know I'm a shopaholic and I gotta buy some. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Also, hint hint, there's a giveaway in this, so make sure you you know, read the description box, because I might just be giving away one of my palettes. Maybe am I don't know. Keep reading, find out. Okay.